Hello Leo, and welcome to your September of 2016 tarot card reading. In honor of all the requests Daisy Love Moon and I have received, I am doing this reading topless. I hope you enjoy. Now, as many of you know, I start by pointing out I use the Thoth deck. I've always enjoyed the deck. I get the cards laid out and done before I even turn on the camera. That way it saves us both a little bit of time. Now, the way the cards are laid out, these cards are how the sign of Leo will be meeting the month of September. These cards are from the first of the month going to the middle of the month. These cards are middle of the month to the end of the month. These cards are considered advice from the spiritual world, and these cards are the things that will be out of your control. Okay, Leo, let's see how this is going to go. The month of September 2016. You start off with oppression, which is ill will. It's selfishness, malice, lying. So you're starting off the month with a little bit of trouble in your life. Okay, maybe a lot of trouble in your life. But the next card is dominion, which is boldness, courage, fierceness. And then virtue, which is success after struggle, the realization of hope. So even though you're starting off the month with conflict, you've got the courage and the hope that you are basically defeating it. Okay, you've got struggles, you've got conflict, but you are basically taking care of it. You've got it under control. You're dealing with it the way you want to deal with it. You're knocking it down. Okay, it's playing a big part of your life as the month begins. Okay, now as we start into the month, the first through the middle of the month, your first card is the Fool, which is it's spiritual insights. It's thoughts and ideas of a spiritual nature. It's wisdom. So you're learning a lot, Leo, from these conflicts that are going on. I mean, you are getting a lot of insight. You're growing spiritually. So conflict is not a bad thing. It's how we grow. It's how we become bigger and better than we already are. Your next card as you start moving towards the middle of the month is debauchery, which is promises unfulfilled. It's illusory success, the loss of friendship. So these troubles that you've been having, you may just finally just walk away from that person. You may just say, that's it, I'm not taking it anymore. You think you've got it under control, but apparently you don't. And so you may just end up walking away. Then you've got the Priestess, which is it's a gracious influence. It's change. This is a change card. It's a time to maintain balance through that change. Okay, because you are shutting these troubles down in your life, there's going to be changes in your life because of it. Okay, and you need to maintain balance while you're doing that, just to keep yourself in check. Okay, basically so far, Leo, this is a learning and growing month for you, because you start off with troubles, you're learning a lot, you shut the troubles down, and then you've got changes coming from that. Now as we go from the middle of the month towards the end of the month, your first card is the Hanged Man, which is redemption through sacrifice. It's enforced sacrifice. So basically, even though you're going through changes, it's going to cost you. Okay, that's not necessarily a bad thing. And you've got change. Change always brings about some costs. And you've got to lose some things in order to gain others. As you're moving towards the end of the month, interference, which is a lack of persistence. It's bad luck, a waste of energy. So this is not a really good reading, Leo. I'm sorry. I just read the cards as they fall. But it's going to be a month of learning, growth, but you're going to have many struggles through the month of September. Okay, that's not necessarily a bad thing. It's just, this isn't one of those happy, sunshiny unicorn readings. Okay, you're going to be learning and growing, looks like the entire month. Your final card is the Princess of Wands, which is a young woman. She's individualistic, daring, enthusiastic. She's going to be in your life as the month of September closes out. Hopefully she's bringing you some good news, because the rest of the month is going to be learning and growing. Now, advice cards. You start off with the Prince of Discs, a young man. He's got great energy. He's practical, a good manager, dull. He's not that spiritual. So you might want to keep an eye out for him. I'm not sure if he's there to help, but he may be. But you're going to be going through some spiritual changes here, and this guy is not that spiritual. So you might just want to keep him in mind. Your next card is Satiety, which is peacemaking, generosity. It's matters settled as you wish. Now you're pretty much going to settle the matters as you wish up here, where you take some steps to end the conflict. Okay? But keep in mind, it's okay to be the peacemaker. It's okay to be generous in making peace. Your peace is really pretty important. So it's okay to take steps to ensure that. And remember, these are just advice cards. You can take advice cards any way you want to. And then your last card is Fortune, which is a change of fortune. It's generally good change. So, as advice, keep in mind that even as you're making struggles, things are going to change. You have a good fortune chart card here, so good fortune is coming your way eventually. Okay, things that will be out of your control. Start with the Knight of Swords, a man who's he's skillful, clever, courageous, unreflective. Okay, and then your next card is another man, the Prince of Wands, a young man who's he's swift, strong, just. He has a sense of humor. So these are two men that maybe you rely on. Maybe they're a part of your life that you can turn to when you need to. But since they're out of your control this month, you may not be able to rely on them like you used to be able to. Your final card is the Ace of Cups, which is productiveness, beauty, pleasure, happiness. Those things will be out of your control. Sometimes they're going to be there this month, and sometimes they're not. I'm sorry, Leo, this was about the crappiest reading I've given in a long time. I wish I could change it, rearrange the cards or something, but I'm not allowed to do that. So you're starting off with some struggles, but you're handling them. You deal with the struggles. It causes change. The change causes you to pay a price for it. And still you've got more struggles. But, you're handling the struggles all month long, and you're learning a lot. And that right there is a good payoff. It's always good to learn. So, Leo, I wish I could have given you a better reading. I'm sorry. Good luck. Love and light. This is Mr. Whoopi.